up, everybody? I'm Damon Hatfield here with Tina Amini. We're talking about Rage 2, and I gotta be honest, I did not expect to be talking about Rage in the year 2018. But
Yeah,
Rage is
where
back.
did that come from?
It came out of nowhere. Rage 2 is now officially announced, and we got our first gameplay reveal today. The original Rage was released in 2011. There was a lot of hype around its release, but then immediately after release, it sort of faded from memory. You don't hear people talking about the original Rage very often.
We played it, we enjoyed it, and then we promptly moved on.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But Bethesda has brought games back from the dead before.
Yeah,
right?
they have a knack for reviving their IPs. I mean, we've seen it with Wolfenstein and Doom and Prey just fairly recently. So who knows, maybe they have some life left in it for Rage 2.
Admittedly, I was a little snarky online when Rage 2 was announced. I thought the first game was pretty forgettable, and it's not on any best of lists. You don't hear people talking about Rage a lot. But now that we've seen the gameplay, I think it looks pretty fun. I think it solves a major problem for the first game in that it seems to have a lot of personality.
Yeah, I hope so, but maybe it's the wrong kind of personality.
Not
yeah, so
a
I had a
likable
bit of a
personality.
reaction to it that maybe wasn't the best. But I think it's like way too close to something like Borderlands. And if we do see that game come out in 2019 and Rage 2 is set for spring 2019, what does that landscape look like?
Sure.
When you have those two games that's vying for kind of like a goofy like post-apocalyptic setting?
Yeah, so we know Borderlands 3 is happening. It hasn't been officially revealed yet.
It's not even a real game yet.
Yeah, but I mean, they've talked about it. We know it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that comes out next year. Those two games will be sort of pitted very similarly to one another. So what's it going to have to do to stand apart from Borderlands, right? That's
Exactly.
definitely a challenge.
It is good that they are cognizant of the fact that Rage 2 has to set itself apart with some kind of personality, because Rage 1, while fun, was entirely forgettable. There wasn't a character really that you would have remembered.
No story. What are we doing?
Yeah.
Why is
I mean, there
this
was
happening?
one.
Kind of.
I think I remember one.
I don't know, but it's also, id Software is partnering with Avalanche Studios from Just Cause and the folks that made Mad Max.
Yeah.
Which also, this looks
Totally tied
very
into that.
Mad Max-ish. So those, the pedigree of Avalanche Studios also is a reason for me to get excited, because I really liked Just Cause 2, I really liked Mad Max. But what about this sort of like attitude, this sort of like in-your-face, extreme attitude, did that kind of put you off?
That's what put me off. Yeah, it's the like strokes of pink coloring that kind of seemed like it was out of place.
Yeah.
And I think I like the aspect that potentially there's something workable here, right? Like theoretically this could work, because Avalanche's Mad Max vehicular combat that people liked, plus like a Doom-style gunplay, plus a Borderlands flair, like that seems like it could definitely work.
Yeah, that sounds fun to me.
Yeah, I would do that, but yeah, it's the problem with humor and the problem with like that kind of goofy edge, that like punk style, is you can't force it. It has to come really, really naturally.
Sure.
And I'll reserve judgment, but that teaser, definitely the gameplay trailer had like a much better showing than the teaser did.
Oh, the live-action teaser, I didn't care for at all.
Yeah, that was
fine.
really bad.
Yeah,
So I think that was what was most off-putting for
I
me.
see.
So the gameplay trailer definitely softened that a little bit, but it does still feel like maybe it's going to be something that's forced in. And Rage 1, anytime that they tried to have that kind of a personality, it didn't really feel like it landed.
Yeah.
It felt very like filler, like cookie cutter.
Bethesda's calling this a sextuple A game.
Oh boy.
6A game, because two AAA developers are partnering for it. So they're definitely leaning
We're just
into that
making
sort
up
of
anything these days.
Yeah, that's
and
fine.
shooterverse.
Speaking of making up things, they're calling it a shooterverse. So what's unclear to me is, like, is this like a shared world shooter where you play as a specific character? So this isn't. It doesn't seem like a Destiny type situation where you're creating a character.
It would be cool though.
It would, yeah.
And there was multiplayer in Rage 1, so maybe they're reformulating that. Because when I read shooterverse, I read like shared world shooter.
Yeah, that's
with their own take on it. But maybe that's specifically why they're not opting to follow in Bungie's footsteps with the style of Destiny.
Yeah, I'm
Making
definitely.
their own thing.
Yeah, I think my first impression, it looks fun at a glance. I want to know more about exactly what type of game this is. Is there multiplayer? And I guess, from your perspective, we'll have to see if that the whole attitude
Actually lands.
if they can stick a landing on that.
Yeah.
But we don't have to wait too long to find out more about Rage 2. Bethesda will be giving us a big gameplay reveal at its press conference, at its E3 press conference, Sunday, June 11th. Until then, stay tuned, IGN.